Hi, I'm Danna.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to our podcast,
Mismatched.
We are two moms from completely different walks of life
who discovered friendship where least expected.
This is our space to share, connect, and try to survive this crazy thing we call life. Whatever you are doing,
or wherever you are headed, take Mismatched along for the ride. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
Well, we're in this full swing strawberries. Full swing.
Yes, this is week 2.
Week 2.
Correct. And how long is it normally?
So we like to say 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
So we're hoping we can squeak out another
half a week.
Full. No, I want
week
another
and a half,
full
I mean.
week. It'd be great if we got a week and a half. I don't know if we can do it or not, but the berries are sweet. They're like candy.
I'm telling you, I had some and they literally are tasting like candy.
So
They're so good.
Everybody talks about eating local. I feel like it's so fun to eat seasonally, locally in your
area. Yeah, it makes you feel good too.
Because the berries are sweet. They're not like the big Florida.
No, they're tiny, but they're literally like eating like candy.
That first berry that's produced by the plant is called the kingberry, and that's like the big berry. And then the berries after that are a little smaller. That's your fun agricultural fact for the day. We're squeaking that in. But
I needed it.
Speaking of strawberries, I've picked quite a few strawberries. And I haven't made too many sweet treats, but I've made more than you probably.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so she says all these things. Well, last week she came over and she cooked my family dinner. And I told you guys about this, about the key lime pie. We'll just whip up a pie. So then she's going to judge me and be like, oh, well, I make so many more sweet recipes than you do.
You guys eat healthier than we do. I'm not saying that's a bad
I
thing.
think these people should be literally 100,000 pounds for the way that they eat. I don't understand
labor.
How am I the heavier of the two of us? I do not understand
the one that eats
the amount that you people eat is insane.
We like food.
It's not even the amount you eat, it's the things you eat. You're like, oh, I just whipped up some hibachi. Oh, I just whipped up a key lime pie. I'm like, oh, I had some grilled chicken and beans. I don't understand it.
What did you have for Father's Day on Sunday? What did you eat?
We made ribs.
Oh.
Yeah, we smoked them. We smoked them on the smoker.
Nice.
I'm going to say I smoked them because Tom went and played golf. He actually went with his brother.
He did.
He went with his brother and my 2 boys, and the 4 of them went and played golf. And while they were there, I smoked the ribs. I made the sides. I did everything.
Well, look at you. Go.
Very domesticated.
You are very
And
domesticated.
then my sister-in-law came over and with her twins, and we swam, and it was a very nice day.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I made a beef tenderloin. My father-in-law requested.
Had to show me up.
My father-in-law requested beef tenderloin, which is also known as the fillet that comes from the tenderloin of the beef. And,
I actually already knew that.
Or New York strip. And so I love to grill beef tenderloin. It's so good. I just rub it with olive oil, salt and pepper, and then rosemary, fresh rosemary, and let it marinate. And then I throw it on the grill, and it was cooked to perfection. Everybody liked it.
Did you make some fancy dessert?
No, my mother-in-law does the desserts for Father's Day, and she makes the best strawberry pie. It's like your pie shell, then she puts cream cheese on the bottom of the pie crust, and then it's like a gelatinous filling with the full berries. And so it's everybody's favorite. So she made 3 of those, so each family could take home a partial pie afterwards.
That is very sweet.
My mother-in-law is
she's very sweet.
One could say she's over the top with her strawberry pies, but, it's kind of a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you know that I've never picked strawberries?
Well, I was going to bring that up, that Danna has never been to the strawberry field.
So I don't really see why I need to pick them.
It's an experience.
I get that. I guess.
It's kind of funny, right? People are paying us to pick our strawberries.
Right. I feel like Bill's going to be pretty mad about this conversation.
No, he won't. It is. If you think about it, but it's an experience.
It is. And we have gone apple picking once when the kids were little.
That's nice.
One time when
10 years ago.
No more. Olivia was 2 and Sam was a newborn. So Sam's about to be 11.
I still go and pick
it
my
would
own
be
apples.
11 years from this coming fall.
Because I like to pick them when I'm working.
But you're paying people to do that work for you. So I feel like we should keep them employed. So I'll just buy those.
I'll tell Paco you said
you
that.
let Paco know I'm doing him a favor.
So the guys that work for us, we have a wonderful crew. And one time.
They are seriously fantastic.
First of all, they're from Mexico. And we love their tacos. And we love their drinks. And we love all the food that they make. And sometimes they invite us up to eat lunch with them, and it's like our favorite. And one time, Danna and I did happy hour.
We did. They like made
Why
us
in the
some
world
drinks.
did we
I don't
end
even
up over
remember why we
there?
went up there.
I
don't know.
Maybe you've never been up there?
Weird. I had a few drinks and I don't remember why. That's so odd.
So the guys think Danna's really fun, and Paco loves Danna.
It's
and
fun. It is a fun group.
They're trying to teach me Spanish, and I think Paco's realized
it's
probably not going to happen.
Well, so I just feel that that's
manana.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's all. Okay.
I'll learn
that's
tomorrow.
Good. I just feel like why should I bother picking the strawberries?
You don't have to. You can pay us more and come get them in the market.
Correct.
And that's fine. And that's for some people, and that's why we do both.
That
we offer
seems
both
better
experiences.
to me. And I could still say, these were picked this morning.
They're fresh and they're local.
Correct.
And they're supporting a family business.
Yeah, so it was all good.
Supporting your
I don't
community.
need to pick my own stuff.
You don't, but a lot of people do. And the kids have the cutest outfits. Like today, this little girl had the most adorable strawberry dress. And did Olivia go through the phase? Some of you moms are in this phase right now.
I promise
Your little
she
girl
didn't.
wore a purse with her outfit, and she wanted to take a purse everywhere she went.
So Olivia went through a bag lady. We called her the bag lady. It wasn't the cute little purse. It was literally
a lamb purse.
No, Olivia would bring, no exaggeration, a Heinen's or Giant Eagle shopping bag, a plastic bag.
Oh, she wasn't very classy.
She was legitimately a bag lady. And she would take
At
with
least she's
her.
promoting Heinen's.
She was. She would take everything she could find with her wherever she would go.
She was really cute.
She was a bag lady. It was obnoxious. And I think that this has led into
She wanted to be prepared.
Opposite of hoarder status. I get rid of everything, and I think that that's probably why I think I have PTSD from finding her junk everywhere. So
Well, we had a big family event. We sent the boys off to camp this week. They left on Sunday, on Father's Day. They left to go to church camp, and Campbell and Parker are at camp in Michigan. And so we have no kids, Danna.
I know, that's amazing.
We went from 4 kids to 0 kids. This
My
never
kids are not going to camp, and they're
Why
home
aren't they
with
going
me.
to camp, Danna? Because you got a pool.
So actually, I feel awful. Both my boys wanted to do this camp through Lake Farm Park.
This sounds awesome. And it
My
sounds like Parker
kids
would have liked
did it. So Olivia and Sam did it a couple years ago, pre-COVID, and it is awesome. I highly recommend the Lake Farm Park camps. They're only a week long, but they are all about nature and stuff like that. So Liv and Sam did one a couple years ago, and it was a water camp. So every day they went one day they went canoeing, one day they went kayaking, one day they went to the beach, one day, every day fishing, every day it was something else.
The park systems, again, here in Northeast
So
Ohio
awesome.
are phenomenal.
So awesome.
They're great.
So Sam asked me again. He's like, Mom, can we do that camp again? And it's for 7 to 11. So now Joey would be old enough to do it. Liv is too old for it. So I'm like, yeah, you and Joe could do it together. Oh, I dropped the ball. I forgot to sign him up.
Just like the yearbook.
Just like the yearbook.
Only in reverse, because you got the boys covered.
So I dropped the ball, and we are on a waiting list. If you have any inns at Lake Farm Parks, please let me know, because we are on a waiting list, and my kids are so sad right now. And I signed up for 4 different weeks of camps, hoping one of them, please let our kids in. And we're number 37 on the wait list.
I can run
it's
a
not
farm
even,
camp for you.
No, I don't want that. No.
I mean, the kids did a little mini farm camp last summer.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And they loved it.
They did. No, so we dropped the ball. Liv went to volleyball camp last week.
You've got lots of experiences going on in your backyard.
I feel like
the
we're
pool
really.
is pretty impressive.
It is really fun. They're having a good time with it, and
It's been chilly though.
They do not care.
It's gonna be hot
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be hot tomorrow. So actually, I have a couple friends coming tomorrow to swim. So my one girlfriend, Janine, hello. Her daughter and Sam are 6 hours apart, and so we always
Were you in the hospital? Same
together.
hospital together?
We had the same doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, and our moms were running. She's been a lifelong friend, and our moms were running from room to room to see us.
So
It was
nice.
very cool. But so they have different birthdays, because Sam was born at 9 at night, and Brooke was born at 3 in the morning. So and I went in much after. Janine was in labor for hours or days, literally she was there for days. And I was there for just a few hours, because it was not my first kid, it was hers. But so anyways, we always love to get them together, and so tomorrow they're going to come and swim, so we're super excited.
Oh, how fun.
Yes,
That's
and
nice.
so it's going to be 90. It's a good day for it. And that's it. That's really all we have this week, is just we're genuinely utilizing the pool as much as possible.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah.
And it was hot. I got in your pool. Week 2 accomplished.
Yes, and this time she actually did get in. Like the first time,
I got in, and
she put a toe in.
When you're gonna do something, you do something big. Like I'm into the flips. I'm
Oh
into
my
the
gosh,
tricks.
we should have got a video. We were holding like this, like back to back. I realize I'm talking and you can't
how
see,
to do really
but we
fun water
had
flips.
our hands like interlocked and we did water flips over each other, and our kids thought it was so cool. My hair got matted that evening
From your extensions.
Yeah, they were matted because I had flipped my head so many times.
It was so fun. It was hot enough for me to get in and like enjoy it.
It was about 95. Our one girlfriend literally went down the water slide, which I don't.
Marla did.
Marla did go down the water slide.
She's fun, although she wouldn't do the flips.
No,
She's not as fun
I feel
as
like
us.
she runs a close second. Like
She was pretty fun. Marla's a good time. We had the week of camps. Marla's a good time.
You feel like her name should be on a bathroom stall.
I was just gonna say no. It should be like
for a good time call. She's gonna kill us. We're about to find out if Marla listens.
Marla, are you listening? Gia does. Her daughter.
Oh, great! This is gonna go so well.
So last week we had all the camps. They had basketball camp.
We had volleyball camp.
Yeah. We had Spark camp. Campbell went to college.
Oh, that's right.
And she went to a camp through the Ohio State University and an Ohio 4-H program. And we dropped her off. And I think when I picked her up 2.5 days later, she aged 10 years. Like she's like,
she grew up.
Okay, gotta go, Mom. I'm playing cards in the hallway of the hotel, and we did karaoke last night. We rode the campus bus, and she had a great time. So she was exploring career opportunities for her. She's entering
Let me ask you a
year.
question about this. This is not on our list of topics to discuss, but I think that this is actually an interesting thing that you're talking about here. Olivia gets upset. Not upset, but like, Mom, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
That's okay.
She's not even 13. She'll be 13 next month. And I'm like, I don't feel that they need to like, I think what Campbell went to is awesome. But I feel like we had this conversation about sports that like we push these kids so much. Like, holy cow. Like, I was talking to a friend of ours, dad, the other day at softball about like all these clubs of sports that these kids play, and there's so much pressure. It's insane. And now I feel like we're doing it with careers and like, oh, you're 11 years old. You need to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. I still feel like I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like,
you're going to be a teacher.
One day, I really would like to be a high school science, social studies teacher. Yeah. History is my jam.
So here's my thing. I am all about providing the children with opportunities to explore different things they have an interest in.
Yeah.
And so this is what was so great about this camp. This is actually the inaugural class of kids to go through this, but that's really what it was all about. Like, you don't have to know what you want to do, but expose yourself to as many opportunities. And I think kids in that junior high, entering high school phase, it's an odd time. They're going through so many changes. And, Campbell is a very outspoken person. She's very social, but like she can be quiet too, and she can be a little bit of an introvert when it comes to meeting new people or like discovering new things on her own. And so she met kids from all across the state, but just providing them with those opportunities. And then they did a panel of college kids or some recent graduates that talked about it's okay if you don't want to know what you want to do.
Yeah, I think
that's part of going to college. Like, you do need to enter with a plan if you don't want to be there for 8 years. But
that's part of the problem is
organizations that you can participate in and gain experiences.
But that's kind of what like frustrates me is like exactly what you just said, because you're absolutely right. Unless you want to be in college, it took me 6 years to get my bachelor's because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I also worked full time when I was getting my bachelor's degree, but like I was on my own at that point. But I like still like I'm not even joking when I say I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like, I genuinely am like, I don't know. And so I think if you don't graduate high school, quote, knowing what you want, you are going to put yourself not behind the 8 ball, but like you do miss an opportunity. So, well, okay, let's break that back even further. High school is only 4 years, right? So like now you've got these that's exactly what you're talking about. You've got these middle school kids that are like, well, I need to start to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. The grades, the testing.
Yeah.
But I think as long as you can give them as many opportunities, like Campbell did some nutrition stuff. She did some animal science stuff.
I think this is awesome because she gets a little piece of everything.
It was like a cooking competition and talked about the science behind the meat. There were some environmental things. So it was a gamut just to kind of spark their interest in different areas. So it was fun. But man, sending your kid to college for 3 days just for a little camp. Like, she's already mature, but I feel like she was, like, so grown up.
She is mature for her age. I feel like she's mature.
It was fun. So,
Well, yeah, that's my little, slow down, enjoy it moment.
So, this weekend at some point we were together and Danna was talking and she's like, somehow we were discussing that Danna's been on a commercial.
I don't even know how
I'm like, you were on a
we got on
commercial?
that subject.
So Danna did a commercial. She's
So-
a paid spokesperson.
No, I wasn't paid.
No, you were
Well,
paid.
technically I was. So they
Maybe
weren't
not
allowed to pay me.
Cash money, which
Cash
is better
money.
because you did not have to pay taxes.
Correct. It was better.
So tell us about your commercial
I
experience.
used to get, now I'm thinking about my posture. I used to get really, really, really bad sinus infections. Like, super bad. Every time I would get a cold, it would turn into a sinus infection. It was awful. It was miserable,
Bad
blah, blah,
plumbing.
blah. Yeah. Yeah. All throughout here, all through my face. So, anyways, I had gone to an ENT, and he, tried to do a couple things and didn't work. He was like, hey, I'm literally trying to do this new procedure. Do you want to try it? And I was like, yeah, I'll try it, whatever. I was desperate. I was always sick. So this had to have been, I think it was before I had kids. So.
You looked very young.
Yeah, I would say, I don't feel like I've aged, so that was rude of you. But
You looked really young.
no, I was so freaking rude right now.
No. You look really good for your
They look
age.
exactly the same. That was so rude. No, it was
Your
a long time
hair
ago.
was
I'm
lighter.
joking. My hair was lighter. Okay, we'll go with that. I would say it was probably 14 or 15 years ago. But anyways, I used to get them all the time, really bad. And I was in my early 20s, so I was a lot younger.
You're almost 40, Danna.
So anyways, I did
Oh my
this.
gosh, when you turn 40, we're going to have to do this really fun podcast.
We have
All
a
about
long time.
Danna.
Let's see if we're still on the air by then.
That's
We have
January.
a really long time, you guys.
It's not that far away.
It's pretty
I'll
far.
start planning now. Go ahead with your story.
So, anyways, I lost my train of thought.
You did the procedure.
I got the procedure done. It worked wonders. So the doctor was like, would you be willing to do a commercial for me? It's going to be on NBC, our local affiliate, which is Channel 3 News, WKYC. He's like, we're like a paid advertisement on there. So, would you
We'll have
do
to
a
post this
commercial?
on our page.
I don't feel like we need
It's
to.
really cute.
So-
It's so fun.
I did a commercial for him. I had to go down to WKYC Studios downtown, and I did a commercial, and it legit played on repeat for 2 years straight. It was
Were you on one of those advertisement boards at the airport?
I probably was. No joke. It was, if you watched midday TV on Channel 3 anytime from I would say 2005 to 2007, maybe. I'm
there.
thinking around that time period.
That's really neat, though. I don't think everybody can say
So I
they've done a
did not get
commercial.
paid, but I did get the surgery.
And
for
it still
free.
works in your...
I have had, I can count on one hand how many sinus infections I've had in
It was worth it.
15, 20 years. Yeah, it's been well worth it.
Oh, good for you.
I don't even know if the guy's still a doctor anymore. Dr. Seth Silberman.
Well, if he is, you're giving him a plug.
Yeah, go get this balloon surgery thing. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, yep, I was on a commercial. Don't be jealous.
I'm not jealous. I don't think I'd want to do a commercial.
I was embarrassed every time it played. People would be like, I worked for the
But your
Carpenters.
mom was probably so proud.
I don't think it was
She
a proud
wasn't?
moment in her life. I don't know that that's something she probably doesn't even remember that I did this. But I worked for the Carpenters Union at the time downtown, and I would take dues from members a lot, and they would walk in and be like, you're on the commercial. I'm like, oh my God, so embarrassing. But yeah, I was on the commercial. Are you jealous?
No, but those type of experiences are hard when people are like, were you the girl?
Yeah.
Is that you? Are you the one that's married to Bill Patterson?
Stop. People do not say that to you.
No. That's the one thing about living here. No one really knows who I am.
No, you're kind of
It's kinda
fortunate.
nice. I'm under the radar.
But so I feel like I have people know my whole life because I run a whole business on social media.
You
So
do.
I kind of have to talk about my life quite a bit, my personal life on social media a lot. But I do it more on my business page than on my personal. But it is kind of funny. People know my
Yeah.
business.
Local pharma, people know
Oops.
our barn and our animals.
Mm-hmm.
They, interact. So, not the same as you, but.
Well, you
So-
can't be this
I
popular
can't
all the
be
time.
you.
Not everyone
I
can be this
cannot be
popular.
you.
I'm
So
kind of a big
we have to
deal.
do our fast five, and I had
Shoot,
zero
is it my turn or is it
clue.
yours?
No, it's my turn.
Oh,
and
thank
I didn't
goodness.
even think
Because
of
I've not
it.
thought of it either. So thank goodness that it's your turn.
It's travel time, and it's summertime. We don't travel a lot in the summer, although I say that. And we're going to be in
tomorrow.
Virginia for a conference for Bill in Richmond, Virginia. If anybody has any great ideas for me.
My friend Jill lives in Richmond.
Oh, really? Maybe I should meet her.
She's the one that's coming up next month to hang out with us, actually.
Oh, how nice. So, yeah, we're going to be there. So tell me 5 of your top destinations that you have traveled to.
Okay. Do you want my number one first?
I want your number one first.
My number one is Bonaire. Most people have never heard of it.
Whoa.
Yes. So we went on a cruise a few years ago to the Caribbean, and we cruised every year for a few years straight because of LuLaRoe. It was awesome. And one year we went to the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. And they were all amazing, but Bonaire was the coolest place I've ever been in my life. It's the number one, I believe, snorkeling location in the world.
Well, you're fancy.
I always fancy that trip. Number two, I would say I am such a sucker for a Disney trip. I love Disney. Number three, Hilton Head is like my happy place. It truly is. Like, I just enter the island and I'm happy. Number four, I love LA.
Yeah,
I've only been a few times as younger, and I've had to go back for work a couple times, but I really do love LA. And I would say number five, my favorite place would be Annapolis, Maryland. I have a ton of family. Shout out to my family in Baltimore, but tons of family in Maryland, and we always go to Annapolis for a day.
That was a great fast five. Friends, until next time.
We will see you next week.
We will see you soon. We are Mismatched.
Have a good one.